Here we go, Big Reid here. It's 99.7 now. We have another special guest in the studio. Super excited. Max is here.
Yes, baby. Hey.
What's going on?
Dude, delighted to be in the Bay, always.
Welcome back.
Thank you, man.
We were just talking about how this is your first time being in our new building since we moved and everything like that. I'm happy to see you here.
Yeah.
You got a big show.
Yeah, baby. Doing a little 10-15 Folsom tonight with my other group, Party Peoples, a little future funk thing. So I was like, I got to stop by my people in 99.7.
Right.
Do some hangs.
A couple of weeks ago, I was on Twitter and I seen the snippet of your new song that you have coming in April. And I was like, yo, this 10 seconds sounds fire.
Oh, thank you, Ed. Yeah.
With you and Quinn 92, who's super dope.
He's the man. I love him.
Talk about, working with Quinn and the new single and who you guys worked with and how it all came together.
Dude, so excited for it. Really excited for the whole new chapter of music. And the song is called Love Me Less. And, my last song, Lights Down Low, I wrote about my wife and I proposed to her with it. And sort of going through the process of that song, promoting it for a few years, we had our first few years of marriage, like me promoting this song.
Yeah.
And so I wrote this record basically about how when the honeymoon stage kind of when it fizzles away and you get to the real core of the person you're with, whether it's friend or your boyfriend or girlfriend. And you hope that all the little dark secrets and little weird things, the quirks, don't make that person love you less. They make them love you more, hopefully. And that's where the record came from. It was like right in the stage where we were like, oh man, you kind of pretty much live with your parents. I don't know if I'm with this, all that kind of stuff, or you fart or whatever else, So. I wrote the record with these two guys, Ahmad and Roger, who are amazing. Roger just did, Sicko Mode with Travis Scott, and just like incredible musicians who just became best friends of mine, who I did most of the record with. And then Quinn and I were homies for years, and he heard the song, and he's about to get married as well, and we just kind of felt that soul connection, and he just got right into it about college and all that good stuff. So I'm excited for people to hear it, man.
I'm super excited to hear it because I think I tweeted you the first time the night I heard it, and that's when we
exactly,
and everything. I was like, yo, like this sounds fire. I tagged my program director, and I was like,
baby.
yo, like this track goes crazy.
Thanks, man.
How are you feeling though? 'Cause I know you weren't feeling too well for the last year or so. You were dealing with a lot.
Exactly, man. Yeah, I mean, I had a dark year. I found out that I basically. I think people forget, and artists don't talk about it as much as I feel like they probably should, and they should never be ashamed that people get injuries, and in the same way as I'm a big basketball fan, and
for sure,
basketball players tear their Achilles or do something like that, and it's just a part of the game that you play.
Yeah.
And in the same way, vocalists are athletes of the voice, and sometimes you have an injury, and for me, I couldn't speak for 4 months.
Damn.
And it was scary for sure. It's what I do with my life, and even just speaking to friends, it's so hard to not communicate with somebody. And I love talking, so it was hard to not be able to talk for that long. But I learned to listen more, and it was I'm out the other side. That's why I'm only wearing yellow for this album, because it's all about this new era of just bright and electrifying energy to get out of that hole and feel your best self.
That's awesome. Well, I'm happy you're here, bro. I'm happy you're feeling better. Happy you're doing well.
Man.
I'm looking forward to the single.
Yeah, dude.
And are you getting ready to put together another project?
Dude, full album, baby. We got it coming. It's coming very soon, probably around August, I think.
Around August?
Yeah, I got to get my act together, but I'm planning for August, and it feels great, man. It feels like the music I've always wanted to make, and the follow up to the vibe of Lights Down Low, but just even more in the energy that I've wanted to portray, and it really dives deep into all those stories of what I went through with that trauma and finding the light again. So I'm excited for people to feel their best when they listen to it soon, I hope. That's
what's up. That's awesome. Are you working with any other artists? I know you work with Quinn 92 on the new single, but artists, any other artists? I seen you on Twitter, what was it, today or yesterday, giving Khalid a hug. Is Khalid going to make a feature on that album?
I don't know. Not yet, baby. I hope so. Dude, he's the best. He really does give the best hugs. Every time I get to see him and give him a hug, I'm just very excited about it. He just has a warm energy every time you're around him, man. He's just such a good person. And luckily, we became friendly very early on, so it's cool to watch him just become one of the biggest in the world,
Yeah.
But yeah, I got some secret little featers on the record.
Sure.
I don't want us to talk about too much yet, but also, I've been working with a lot of homies of mine, like Louis the Child, who are great, and my homie Whit Lowry, and just some really great up and comers. Pink Sweats is a good friend of mine. We did some songs on the record.
Awesome artist.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Pink's the best too. I'm seeing him blow up, which is so cool. I love seeing great people with beautiful music really shine, and getting to work with them too is a blessing. So it's gonna be a wild little ride when the record comes out, and I got a lot in store for it.
Who's someone that's on your list that you haven't had a chance to work with and you haven't had a chance to collaborate with that you want to in the future?
Gosh, I would say I would be obsessed to work with Camila Cabello, of course. I've always wanted to duet with her. Every time I see her at a show, again, she has this kind, incredible energy, and she just has spice for days. The girl can slay it every day. And who else? I would love to work with. I'd love to work with Miguel, Justin Timberlake, because I'm an OG Justin Timberlake fan. And then, of course, on the classics, Stevie Wonder, of course. That would be.
Oh wow!
I got to watch him. I was working with Pharrell a few years ago, and he was working with Snoop and Stevie at the same time. And he always does 2 sessions at once. So he brought me. He's like, "You want to come see Stevie Wonder record?" So I went in the other room and I watched him record for 4 hours and changed my life.
That's crazy.
And so he's still on my dream list, man. Just watching him play harmonica. And the coolest thing about that story was that watching him, literally, I watched him for 4 hours record. I don't think I'd watch anybody else record for 4 hours. Was that the man is such a legend, and yet he never settles for anything but his best. And I think we can all take away something from that. Somebody at that, he doesn't need to do any more of the best. He could just put the songs that he has out now and he'll be good forever. But the fact that every take, if it wasn't perfect, he'd be like, go back, I need to do it again, was crazy. And I will always keep that in my mind as I do things.
That's what's up. That's awesome. I mean, I couldn't imagine even being in the same building as Stevie Wonder, but having a chance to watch him record for that many hours.
Watching him and then having Snoop Dogg and Pharrell
that's insane.
And them being like 2 little kids in a candy shop, and then me in the little corner just watching it all go down. That's what music's all about, man. It needs to always be about that.
Absolutely. What's been the highlight in your career so far? Like, within all the years you've been doing music, I know that probably is one of the highlights, but like,
sure.
What's something else that just stood out to you in your years of doing music that just is just there all the time?
It always comes down to fan stories, man. Like, because that's really what it's always the most about. Whether it be, I had a fan send me a message that he was in the hospital and he was about to have this surgery, and it was a very low life expectancy rate going through the surgery, and that he was listening to Lights Down Low specifically, and that it made him feel calm and believed that he would get through it.
That's awesome.
And those are the kinds of those moments are the ones that push me to make sure that I always give everything I can to those people, because without that, there's nothing, And the other favorite was I always love when people propose at shows. It's right, amazing. Yeah. But I was in Alabama, and I always give a speech before a song where I always say this song is for love, whether you're gay, straight, bisexual, transgender. Everybody should love who they're meant to love. And sometimes I don't get the best reaction from that, but you always have to say the message. And I didn't get a great reaction. I got some boos, in fact, and whatever. It's like you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the song, these 2 beautiful women got engaged in the crowd.
That's awesome.
And that was that moment where it made me realize you always have to spread your message, whether it's something people receive well or not. And that's a moment that I carry with me every day.
That's awesome.
And they were badass, and they were really sweet. So I was like, hell yeah, you guys are fans forever.
For sure. Max in the studio. Bro, thank you for talking with me.
Thanks for having me, man.
I can't wait to hear the song. I don't know if you have it on your phone or something like that.
Yeah,
I want to hear it.
I'll play it for you if you want.
I really want to hear it.
Hell yeah, man.
And she, like I told you, she's over here turning pink.
That's the
Like
Slayer.
I told you, she's one of your big fans.
My girl, let's go.
You know what I mean? So I can't wait to hear it. And then you guys are going to have to wait until April. Was it
April 5th, baby.
April
Pretty
5th?
soon. Not too long.
Right?
Just a week or so.
A little bit less than 10 days. So
yeah, man.
We're almost there.
Well, check out. We got little snippets online. I just did a little gospel choir the other day. So get hyped.
seen that. That's super dope, man.
Yeah,
All
man.
right. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, bro.
Thank you, baby. Thank you to the Bay. Peace.